Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
MashaAllah. First of all, I'd like to say all praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving me this opportunity to be here, to get here safely, and to be in front of you guys today. And inshallah, I want to say thank you to the organizers who got us down here today, you know, and made sure that, you know, we reach here safely and whatnot, and the hospitality that we've received so far, alhamdulillah. I think this is my second time in Sheffield, and I can't believe you still got snow coming down out here. You know what I mean? In London it's finished now, alhamdulillah. Anyway, I go by the name of Abdul Rahim, and my artist name is Masikah. And I don't know if you guys know me, I've been in the Nasheed scenery for a while, here and there, just popping up, doing a few things here and there, you know what I mean, for the youth and whatnot, trying to get my ajal in, my reward in, you know what I mean. Alhamdulillah. As you know, I'm a revert, so I wasn't always Muslim. Before Islam, I used to live in an estate. The estate is called Chalkill Estate. 27 blocks, 4 levels high. And this was like my stomping grounds in northwest London. I used to be like a regular kid, just like everybody else, you know, playing around and running on the walkways, playing hide, family hide, and all those little games that we used to play. Knock down ginger, you know what I'm saying, knocking on people's door, putting fireworks in people's letterboxes and stink bombs and all that kind of stuff. You know, just what a regular kid would do, you know what I'm saying. A few events happened in my life where I had to take responsibility for myself at a very young age, meaning that I had my own apartment at a very early age. And when you have your own house at a young age, like 18, you know, you've got a lot of responsibility. There's no more fun and games no more.
Excuse me, can the sisters be quiet, please? Jazakallah khair. Sisters, can we just request silence from you, please, and pay attention? Jazakallah khair.
Bismillah. So, which meant that, you know, I had nobody giving me money. I had to make money for myself. You know, I studied in college, and because I had to support myself, I didn't have time to focus on my studies. Excuse me. So I had to do what my neighborhood provided for me, and that was selling drugs. So I lived the lifestyle of selling drugs, you know, and then I started to get involved with the other things that come with this lifestyle. And for me, it was normal, you know, to sell drugs, have nice clothes, smoking weed, alcohol, women. This lifestyle was just something that was normal. The more women I had, the more respect I got, you know. The more drugs I sold, the more money I made, the more respect I got. You know, the more drugs I sold, the more money I made, the more good things I had, cars, nice clothes, the more respect I got. So it always came around to that respect, you know what I mean? And looking after yourself, taking care of your bills and whatnot at a young age. And then obviously with crime, you know, robberies and stuff, this kind of stuff, it lands you in 2 places, in the grave or in jail. Fortunate for me, it was the jail, you know. So I spent some time in the young youth, I think it's called YOI, Youth Offending, Felton, yeah, Youth Offending Institution, Felton Prison. A lot of young guys in there, raging there, like the kids in there, they will do anything to you if they have to, just so that other people will fear them and they won't get troubled. You know, I spent a lot of time in prison, and even when I came out, I still didn't learn my lesson. I felt that I can go back outside, buy more drugs, and do what it is I used to do all over again. I didn't learn nothing. Unfortunately for me, I didn't really have guidance. My guidance was the streets. My guidance was the elders that were out there. Whatever they had, I wanted. So I followed what they did so I can get it, you know? And obviously I neglected my education, so I didn't pay attention in my classes. I did my best and that was it. But I wasn't a stupid guy. Even though I was on the road and I was doing what I was doing, I wasn't stupid. I still picked up a book every now and again. I still, you know, kept up with my writing, my English and whatnot. But I just thought I did what I had to do. And the thing is, it was normal for me. It was, the whole lifestyle was normal for me. So after a few prison sentences, a few times going back to jail, Allah just sending me back saying, look, you ain't learned your lesson, back to jail. Look, you ain't learned your lesson, back to jail. You know? So after a few prison sentences, I started thinking, you know, I've tread this path so many times. I've been down this road so many times. I've been caught up in the hype. I've been caught up in my music. I remember one time I was in a robbery, and in my mind was just some rap tune that was just keep going in my head. I think it was some Tupac. I'm not a killer, but don't push me, or something mad like that. And I was doing what I was doing, and it was like I was almost like I was possessed. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't. It's only now that I'm thinking about it that I'm realizing how much of in a zone I was. You know? So, so I was doing those kind of things, and I was thinking, I've tried this road so many times. This path, it's not the Sirat Mustaqim, it's the Darleen, the other way. Yeah, this path here is only landing me in the same place. I'm not benefiting from it. Even when I do get the money, even when I do have access to as many girls as I please, I still wasn't happy or content. There was something missing, you know? So then, one of the times that I think it was my second to last time I was in jail, the person who I got locked with was a Muslim who took his Shahada in jail himself another time. And he was like, oh look, here's this, I don't know if you don't know that little blue book, it's like it tells you how to pray and everything. The blue Salah book and whatnot, they got the green Zakah book and whatnot. Yeah, so I had one of those, you know, and I was looking into a bit of Islam. At first, when I was on the road, when I was out of prison, you know, I was with my crew. I used to roll with this crew called Cardinal Sin. And it was like 8 man with an extension of 10 other man. And like we were all in the house smoking, joking, listening to music. And then like the person whose house I was staying with, I don't know if you know his name, Muhammad Yahya. Does anybody know Muhammad Yahya? Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine. Before he was Muslim, he used to be called Cataclysm. We used to sit in his house. But he had a library, and I must have walked up to the library, and I just put my finger on a random book. It could have been Auto Trader, it could have been something on philosophy, it could have been, how much time do I have? Is that time? Yeah. It could have been that kind of stuff. So I pulled out, and it was the Quran. Opened the Quran, saw a bunch of squiggly letters, put it back. That's it, kept it moving. Yeah, squiggly letters. I wasn't Muslim, I didn't know what was going down. I just opened it and said, a bunch of squiggly letters, I can't see no English. Closed it, put it back. But he saw me, and he always reminds me, remember when we was a Muslim, you know, you just randomly pulled out the Quran and talk about it. So in prison now, I took my Shahada, Alhamdulillah, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, wa ashhadu anna Muhammad abduhu wa rasuluh. Bam, Muslim. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. So now I'm getting down. So I what do you call it? After taking my Shahada, I started to look into Islam, tried to find loopholes, and you know, tried to see if it can be refuted. You know what I'm saying? And each time I couldn't find no loopholes, it increased my yaqeen, my certainty that this is the truth, this is the haqq. You know what I'm saying? And I must stick to it. Alhamdulillah, this is how I came to the deen. And I wrote something a little bit similar about it, but